Sean Diddy Combs is facing serious new allegations in a shocking lawsuit. This time, his former executive assistant, Phillip Pines, claims he was forced to organize parties involving heavy drug use and take part in humiliating activities to prove his loyalty to Diddy. The lawsuit includes accusations of manipulation, abuse, and mistreatment, adding to the growing list of legal troubles for Diddy. The 32-page lawsuit, which has been reviewed by outlets like Rolling Stone, was filed in Los Angeles by Pines, who worked for Diddy from 2019 to 2021. This is more recent than previous lawsuits against Diddy, which go back to the early 2000s and 90s. According to the suit, Pines describes disturbing events, including parties referred to as Wild King Nights. In these events, Pines was allegedly forced to prove his loyalty to Diddy, who is called the King, by doing inappropriate acts for him. The lawsuit even claims Pines was treated poorly, like an animal, to show his loyalty. And that's just one of the many unsettling details in the lawsuit. To help me break this down, I want to bring on defense attorney Mauricio Padilla, a regular guest who's been helping us cover the Sean Combs situation. Mauricio, great to see you. Thanks for joining us, and happy holidays. Before we dive into the details, it feels like we've been hearing a lot of lawsuits and accusations against Combs lately. Does all of this add credibility to the latest claims, or does the timing of this new lawsuit in late 2024, rather than right after his arrest earlier in the year, change how we should view it? Mauricio Padilla. Slowly but surely, these accusations are damaging his reputation. What stands out to me in this case is that we're dealing with someone who was employed by him. If this person's claims are true, it's a serious issue for Diddy, because this isn't just some random person making accusations. These are big allegations that could also lead to important testimony in the criminal case. When I read this, it's hard to believe that the prosecutors wouldn't want to talk to him, especially about claims that he was involved in removing evidence from phones and other devices. It really ties in with the charges in the indictment. Let's dive into that, especially the timing. Keep in mind, prosecutors are claiming that criminal activities took place from 2008 to 2024, which includes this period. Now, let's break down some of the specific allegations. Pines claims he was responsible for setting up these events, which reportedly involved heavy drug and alcohol use, along with other adult-related items, sometimes in Diddy's bedroom. He says Diddy directed him to prepare spaces with certain things like red lights, ice buckets, alcohol, marijuana, special products for male enhancement, baby oil, towels, and even adult toys. These items were kept in a bag called the MVP. According to Rolling Stone, Pines claims he couldn't just leave the supplies in the hallway. He says he had to be led into the room, meaning he ended up witnessing what was happening behind closed doors. As we cover many stories on Sidebar, it reminds us how important it is to keep your personal safety in mind, especially when it comes to protecting your privacy online. You'd be surprised at how much personal information is out there, like your address or phone number. Ever wonder why you get so many spam calls and emails? That's because your information is out there. That's where our sponsor, Incog, comes in. This service helps you take control of your online privacy by removing your personal data from data brokers, the companies that sell and trade your information without your consent. Mauricio, there's something interesting I want to discuss. Pines mentions that he was exposed to what was allegedly happening inside these rooms. If these claims are true, how does that affect the strength of his case? Because he's said to be a key witness, Mauricio Padilla. He's definitely a key witness. Not only that, but Pines says he was forced to watch videos of these events when he was cleaning his phone. He claims he was threatened and told that if Diddy's family ever saw the videos or images, he'd be blacklisted from the industry. So not only was he witnessing the events, but he also had to see the videos and images while he was deleting them. This case is so detailed that it even brings up how Diddy has made certain items infamous. If anyone thinks that's not true, just try bringing a bottle of baby oil into your bedroom and see what happens. This lawsuit seems to echo many of the allegations in the criminal case. Parties involving drugs, certain items, and all of it tying back to Diddy. Do you think Mr. Pines might be working with the government? If so, do you think he's someone they spoke to when they were preparing the charges? Mauricio Padilla, if I had to guess, I'd say the feds have already spoken to him. From my experience, their investigations are thorough, and if Pines really was Diddy's executive assistant from 2019 to 2021, I can't imagine they wouldn't have interviewed him. The government needs every person who can confirm their version of the story. The problem is we don't know who the witnesses are in the criminal case yet, but I have to believe that their case is based on more than just one person's testimony. This is one of the few lawsuits that really lines up with what prosecutors are accusing Diddy of: human trafficking, organized crime, and conspiracy. Mauricio Padilla. Yes, the allegations in this lawsuit are strongly linked to the criminal case. Pines says he was also involved in cleaning up after these parties, removing evidence like drugs and other items from the rooms. He was also told to delete compromising videos from Diddy's personal devices like phones and laptops. Pines says he didn't want to be exposed to what was happening, but had to do it as part of his job. How does he prove all of this? Is it just his word? Will he try to get others to testify? How does he prove something was deleted? Mauricio Padilla. It's hard to believe that Diddy was careful about covering up everything. I think in the trial, there will be records, payments, flight information, and possibly surveillance footage that could support Pines' story about when these events took place. Pines may have even kept records of this, thinking he might need to protect himself later. Does it hurt or help Pines that he could be seen as an active participant in these events? Mauricio Padilla. It's a tricky situation. Pines admits in his lawsuit that he took part in some activities, but many will argue that if he was forced to do it, it should still be seen as abuse. Diddy's defense will likely try to paint him as a willing participant. Mauricio Padilla. Pines also claims he saw Diddy kick a guest during a party and spread COVID. Diddy allegedly told him to keep quiet about these things. These new revelations match many of the claims in earlier lawsuits. In this case, Diddy is named along with his companies, Bad Boy Entertainment, and a senior employee named Christina Coram, who is reportedly a major part of these events. Coram has been compared to a Ghislaine Maxwell-type figure believed to be involved in organizing trafficking operations. Jesse Weber. Mauricio, why do you think there haven't been more charges? Do you think others could face charges after Diddy's trial? Mauricio Padilla. I think some people will cooperate with the government and testify against Diddy. The people around him might have been involved too, and Diddy may have thought he was untouchable. There's likely a trail of evidence that could point to others in his circle. Jesse Weber. Well, Diddy is facing serious federal charges for organized crime and trafficking. He's pleading not guilty and is presumed innocent until proven guilty. His lawyers deny all the claims in this lawsuit, saying Diddy has never done anything like that. Mauricio Padilla. Even if he's cleared in the criminal case, the civil lawsuits could still move forward. The rules in civil cases are different, and lawsuits can cost a lot of money. The people suing will likely keep going until they get a settlement. Jesse Weber. Thanks, Mauricio. That's all we have for today. Don't forget to subscribe on